We're moving on to the spinal cord and what makes up the spinal cord. This area right here, the yellow with the purple, is your epidural space. The epidural space goes right up against the
epidural space
duramater.
All that adipose and vascular.
That's correct. This is
tissue
adipose and vascular tissue, right? That's the epidural space. This would be the duramater. You have the subdural space right here in this groove, right around there. It's squeezed right in between the arachnoid. Then you have the subarachnoid space, and then the pia mater, which surrounds the spinal cord. Alright, now we come out here. This is going to be the dorsal root ganglion. This area right here is called the dorsal root. It comes into the posterior gray horn. You have a lateral gray horn and a anterior gray horn. You have a anterior root. Okay.
Ventral.
I think that's the ventral root. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, the ventral
Dorsal
root.
and ventral. I get them too.
And the ventral
This
is
is the ventral root. The
sensory.
ventral is motor. Dorsal is sensory. Because this is full of ganglions.
That's right.
Sensory ganglion. The synapses within the first and second order neurons, right here in the posterior gray horn.
So the synapse is in the posterior gray horn.
Correct. In between the first and second
So
order.
I was looking at that last night. And then when you have that synapse, you're going from
It goes
first
from
order.
the white column, first to second, right. It's right in between. Once it synapses, then it shoots up to the thalamus by way of the ascending white
Track.
column, right? The track, ascending track of the white columns, and then that from the thalamus heads to the cortex, cerebral cortex, where that's the third order. Third order is in the cerebral cortex.
That's different from a reflex arc, which bypasses the brain.
Right. The reflex arc bypasses the brain. Correct. Okay, you have the ventral root. It comes out by here. It does not have a ganglion. You have the ventral root that innervates the rest of the body, whereas the dorsal root dorsal rami, it innervates the deep back muscles and the skin. Okay. This is the anterior, lateral, and posterior, lateral, and anterior white columns. You have a posterior median sulcus and an anterior median fissure. Down here is this is the gray rami communicantes that attach the ventral root to the sympathetic root ganglion. It's chain ganglion, sympathetic chain ganglion. That's what again? This is the gray root communicante.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
There's a gray rami communicante. Gray rami communicante. Sorry. Gray rami communicante. Rami.
Okay. What did you say before?
I said gray root. Gray rami communicante. Yes. That's it.
Central.
Yep.
This is the, okay, yes, thank you. This is the gray commissure, which connects the two gray matters. And this is the central canal, the hole in the center of the gray commissure.